What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast.
Hello. Episode 67. How's it going, everybody? What a beautiful, beautiful Sunday it is today.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice, except for that about 10 minutes of maybe a tornado that was going to happen at some point this week. But yeah, it's been a good week. Like you said, episode 67. My name is Harrison. I'm joined by my brother Nick, as always.
Yeah, that tornado that was a bit of fake news, because they and granted, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you're in High Point, but they were like, yeah, tornado. There might be a tornado warning tomorrow. There's gonna be some large hail, and then it was sunny for most of the day here. And we've even moved a car over to a parking deck during the day because we were afraid it was gonna get hailed on. Like, shit, man, nothing happened. It was just a little bit windy.
Yeah. That was kind of the expectation that I had as well. Is like, again, it's the media blowing it up. Like, I just feel like I don't know if it's North Carolina or what, but like a meteorologist cannot just get it like correct, I guess. Like they over dramatize everything.
Yeah.
Um
I,
so
I don't I don't know why. I don't know why they I mean, I guess they have to lay out the worst case scenario in case it's worse than they had initially stated, but
yeah.
that's weird. It's very weird. But how was your week?
It was good. Solid week. It's been pretty beautiful here for the most part. We've we've done like family walks every day pretty much. Done some running here and there.
Hmm.
Um we we actually took the dogs out today. Uh, we got our little Chihuahua harness and took him on a walk. And he's, man, it's like funny because like we have a Husky Shepherd mix, and she's like so good when we walk. Like she doesn't bark or anything. But
Wow,
like the other
that's
dog is just
nice.
like, he's just so yippy, man. He wants to bark at everything and like every little thing. And it's so annoying. I told Brittany today, I was like, I'm probably just going to not bring him from now on because he's so obnoxious. But
Yeah.
it was good. And then like towards the end of the walk, we were coming up beside this house, and they had their dog outside, and he was on a leash, but I don't know if the owners like let go or something. But all of a sudden, the dog started running after us, and we had Kellen as well, and it was he was a little bit smaller than Iris, our husky, and yeah, I mean he ran up on her, and I mean she's usually pretty good with dogs, but I don't know, when you have someone run up on you out of nowhere, you kind of have to defend yourself. Like
I mean, I
that's
would do the same.
yeah, even if you're a human, if someone's running after you, like you're gonna. But I mean, she didn't bite him or anything, but they growled for a little bit, and then like the owner finally
Yeah.
ran over and grabbed her dog. It's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm like, well, it happens, like, but I mean, I don't know,
Just do
but
better.
yeah, just do better. Like if you're gonna be outside, make sure you got control of your dog.
Especially
Um,
when you have a bigger dog like that.
yeah, exactly. Uh, but I have finally, we were just talking about this, but I have purchased my first PC. I have got it. I was debating. I've been debating a long time to get one, and Uncle Joe blessed my account on Wednesday with the stimulus. So I thought it was the
Stimmy.
right time. Yeah, the stimmy, the right time to purchase it. So I got one. I was gonna get a pre-built, which I know is this it's kind of boohooed like in the PC community, but
Hmm.
um, the good thing about the PC is you can upgrade it. It's not like an Xbox or something that you can't upgrade other than like the storage.
Yeah.
So I'm starting off, pretty low end. I don't need anything crazy. I don't plan on doing that much like PC gaming itself, but I just need something better than my Mac that I've got currently. Like it's just it's hard to stream with. It's hard for like the video quality to look nice and stuff like that. So I just want something that
Mm.
it's going to do a little bit more power for me. And then, if eventually if I want to start doing some PC gaming, I can upgrade or just I'm sure I'll play some stuff here and there on the PC. Like I kind of want to check out Valheim,
Yeah.
once I get it up and running. But instead of going pre-built, I have gotten everything off of Amazon, so I'm going to be building it myself. So this is going to be very interesting. But I'm excited to get this ball rolling because yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I'm super excited to kind of just see how it goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, you've been talking about this for a while, and for as long as we've been doing this podcast since 2019, you've
Yeah.
always had computer trouble, and
Yep.
you're at the point now where you have to restart before we start this podcast because the audio doesn't work.
Yeah, which is
Like such a pain.
it's ridiculous. Like I just don't understand. I've had a lot of ups and downs with my Mac. I mean, I love it. Like it's been great. I mean, I've had it for almost 10 years, so
Yeah.
it's held up for sure. So I'm gonna pass it on to my wife while she does her business related stuff with it. So excited to venture on into the magical world of PC gaming and PC software and hardware, and I'll eventually slowly probably upgrade I want to get like some new kind of like lights or whatever.
Mhm.
I've got my mic. I'll probably end up getting a new keyboard or something at some point. Nothing fancy, but just to,
You,
you know.
you've I don't know if you've realized this, but you've jumped into probably the biggest rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm just gonna dabble, and then next year you're gonna have like the most like professional gaming rig of all time.
I don't know about that. I just want to have something that's like solid that I can record and, pretty much do like streaming purposes on.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I can always upgrade it at some point in the future if I want to play like, a big PC release or something. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited. How was your week?
Week's been pretty good. Work's been slowing down some more, so
It's
I'm
good.
excited about that. I got back to the gym, started a
Nice.
membership at Planet Fitness, and I went like almost every day this week. But my chest, I did chest on Monday, and I did bench on the Smith machine.
Yeah.
My chest has never hurt so bad like the Wednesday after I did chest. And that was like after like a year and some change of not doing any bench press at all.
Yeah.
Like I would still go to the gym like in my apartment, but that one didn't have like a Smith machine or a bench press or anything like that. So it had been a while since I had done anything like heavyweight. And I
Yeah.
was just being such a baby this week. It's like, oh my god, my chest. And then I did
My
legs on
chest. My chest.
Thursday,
These are my
and
legs. My
and some
legs.
legs. And then we went to a wedding on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I almost couldn't dance because my legs were hurting too bad.
Nice. It's too
Yeah,
funny.
it's been a fun week. It's been a fun week. Been
Good.
pretty productive. Went to a wedding for the first time in a while, and just had a good time. Had a good week.
Yeah.
I said last week on the podcast that Monday was a fresh start,
Yeah.
and it sure was, man. I
Yeah.
feel rejuvenated and refreshed, and the weather's getting nice. So
It is, man. Like I think that's like, I've loved working from home. This week is actually the anniversary of me coming from home, start working from home. I think that's probably for most people as well.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, I never realized how much I missed like the nice weather and stuff until like it actually comes, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
So like I just miss like on Friday nights, like Brittany and I, we'll after we get the kids down, after we've cooked dinner, we just go out there and listen to some music and jam and play cards or whatever, have some
Mhm.
drinks. Like I just miss that. Like we do it inside.
It's just not the same.
It's just not the same when it's not the same as just being outside, like the fresh air and stuff. It's awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so happy for the nicer weather to come around. I know, and when it's 100 degrees and outside, we'll be talking a different story. But
Mhm.
even then, like I love, I don't mind being hot. Like I hate being cold. So
I'll do
you
this the
can't do
worst.
anything. You can't do anything outside.
Or you can't enjoy anything that you do
Yeah.
outside, which
So,
sucks.
but yeah, it's you want to jump into what we've been playing?
Yeah, I'm excited about the games I've been playing this week.
Yeah.
But you
Why
do you
don't
want to
you
start with Outriders first?
Yeah, let's do
And
it. Yeah, we you finally downloaded the demo and we played a little co-op. How'd you
yeah,
how'd you like the game, man?
it's pretty fun. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a mix of like Mass Effect, a
Yeah.
little bit of Destiny. Like the inventory system really reminds me of Destiny.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty nice skill tree. I chose the the trickster
The
as my
trickster.
class, and that's like kind of like a stealthy class. A couple of the moves are like going invisible and then popping up behind someone, and then you can do like this like slash, and it completely like obliterates people and turns
Yeah.
them into skeletons and kills them nice and good. But
Yeah. Nice and good.
the co-op was really fun. Like
Yeah, it was.
I kind of miss like co-op in a game like this where it's just, kind of banging out some missions, getting some loot, and taking on some bosses. I mean, it's just classic good fun.
Yep. It's drop in, drop out co-op. So like, people can come and go as they need to. It is nice because you can play with people that are far ahead in the story, but it'll give you like a spoiler warning as well. Um,
Mhm.
and I did test out after we played, because there was a couple of side missions that we did that I had not done. I wanted to test and see if that saved. And it looks like it did, but like the quest, one of the quests still showed up
Okay.
as being new, and when I went to it, all the enemies were cleared. So that may have just been like, I
Like a
don't know if it was a
glitch or
glitch or
something.
yeah, something in the game or something. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it looks like stuff saves. So that's kind of like my biggest concern with co-op stuff is like, yeah, it's fun to play with people, but you also kind of want the progress to save for you as well. That way,
Mhm.
it's like incentivized for both players to play with each other. Like,
Right.
that's kind of like the crummy thing with, and it's Nintendo. So, but like Mario 3D World, you play co-op, you're playing for the person's story, or the the person's campaign, and it doesn't, and you go back to your own, and nothing's saved. Like you didn't progress on your own. So like, there's almost no incentive to really play with somebody, which is a huge bummer.
Yeah, I know Far Cry 5 had that issue as well. And
Yeah,
that's a game where you would want your progress to carry.
exactly.
But
Now, like most
yeah.
games, like your experience and your loot, but like, I like when the missions carry over as well,
Mhm.
which is nice. Maybe not necessarily the story stuff. That's not a huge deal, but like at least the side missions I feel like should carry over, just so you don't have to
Right.
do them again. But
Yeah. Yeah, but Outriders is fun. I know you talked about the story in pretty good detail last week, but
yeah,
I mean, I really enjoyed the story and the kind of the background and how they're setting everything up. So I'm looking forward to see like where
yeah, it's
where this game
interesting.
goes. And the best part about it is it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we were just talking about that. Like, I was saying I was going to buy it, and you're like, well, hold off because like there's rumors of Game
Yeah,
Pass, and
rumors.
then like the next day they announced for Game Pass. So,
Yeah, so
pretty
if you were on
pretty
the
insane.
fence,
Yeah,
if you're on the fence beforehand, I mean, there's no loss if you have an Xbox. Just download it via Game Pass. And
exactly. And I feel like I haven't played a game like this in so long. Like I didn't play Destiny 2.
mhm.
I didn't play like The Division, and
Yeah.
other kind of like Schluter games. So I can understand if someone's played a lot of that stuff. This one may not do much new to kind of persuade you to play, but as someone who's hasn't played in years this type of game, I am very much looking forward to playing this.
Yeah, like I'm not
This is
burnt
awesome.
out at all. And
No,
it seems like the developers, and I can't remember who. Do you
people
remember
can
who?
fly.
People Can Fly. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
They've even like tweaked the demo based off of
yeah,
feedback and tweaked like the loot system and progression system based off of feedback. So they're really really open to feedback, and that's something that's you have to have like a lot of humility and reflection to be able to do something like that. And
yeah.
like with Outriders and even like Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default 2, that's kind of the same deal there, where people would submit their feedback and they would take it into consideration and implement it and stuff. So that's cool that Outriders is doing that as well.
Yeah, for sure, and it is confirmed that it's not a live service game. So everything in the
Mhm.
game, is there. You don't have to wait. I'm sure they'll do like events and stuff like that. And I think they said if the game sells well, and is played a lot, they'll expand upon it with DLC or expansions or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. It comes out April 1st, day one on Game Pass. PC, it's not on PC, um, which is little weird, but
Not on Game Pass or on PC, or not on PC in general?
not on Game Pass PC,
Okay.
which is interesting. But
Yeah.
maybe it's just an experiment for Square. You know, they had, I mean, you look at something like Marvel, the Avengers. Like, I mean, I think that game sold decently well. I haven't seen the exact sales figures, but I think it sold okay, right? So maybe this is an experiment for them because they want people to kind of dive in and play it, and not be on the fence about it. And with at least it being on Game Pass for Xbox, maybe a lot of people will play it and, you know, hopefully say it's really good, and then you kind of, you know, word will spread and people will pick it up on PS5 and PC and whatever. Is it cross? It's cross it's cross
Cross.
console, right?
Shoot, I don't know if it is or not. It might
Is
be.
that I think it might be, which is cool. And honestly, for a lot of games that are heavily relying on like co-op and multiplayer and stuff like that, I think it's really smart for developers to put something in it. It's going to suck for like PS5 owners, but put your game for free on Game Pass, and then, you know, if for maybe some smaller games that aren't that well known, or like a brand new IP or something like that, that, you know, it may not sell super well at launch, put it on Game Pass, and then, you know, still sell on the PS5 and whatever, and then people on Xbox will play it, and then, like I said, it'll increase by the sales will increase by word of mouth. So that could be a very
If it's good.
very interesting you know, strategy for developers and publishers, you know, in the future.
I think it'll work out well. I mean, we don't really see big third-party titles coming to Game Pass day one, and this
No,
is
not
kind of
usually.
the first of that kind.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of developers and publishers are going to be watching this to see how Outriders does. It's weird that it
Yeah.
was announced so late that it was coming to Game Pass, but I guess they were finalizing the deal, or
Yeah, they probably were. And maybe maybe the popularity of the demo or something had some. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not sure what the kind of inner workings are behind that. But yeah, I wonder if people. I guess you could cancel your pre-order, right? If you've already bought it.
absolutely.
I'm assuming.
The devs put out like a FAQ on Reddit,
Okay.
just saying detailing how to cancel the pre-order.
Okay.
Or telling people to keep it if, you know, they want to support the devs.
Yeah. Well, that's cool that there's definitely that option, because I was definitely worried about that for people. I'm like, oh, people have already bought that, so what's kind of like that situation? But yeah, I guess you can cancel stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty.
But yeah, super excited for that game to come out. I cannot wait. It looks very cool.
Yeah,
very cool. What else you been playing? You had a big accomplishment this week.
Oh yeah, let me go over that first. I finished right off the tails of Harrison. Right off the trail of Harrison, I finished the last level in Mario 3D World, the Champions Road. I did not do it with Mario, however. I did it with Rosalina.
Yeah.
I mean, still hard.
Who cares? Yeah, it's still hard as hell. Like I tried Rosalina for about 20 or so tries and still couldn't do it. So yeah, I mean, she has like a little bit of an extra. I mean, all the characters are kind of special in their own way, but yeah, she's got like kind of like a double jump pretty much that she can use.
Yep, she has that attack.
Yeah,
and it kind of gives you a little bit of loft, so you can use it to your advantage. Yeah, glad to be done. I don't think I'm gonna touch that game again.
I haven't played it since I beat it. Well, no, I've gone back and I beat every level with Mario, and I think I don't know if I started on everything else. I don't know if I will. I've gotten I got about 30 hours into that thing altogether. I've got my money's worth.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm glad I went back and finished it out.
Yeah.
But speaking of older games, I mean, Mario 3D World's technically older.
Technically.
Speaking of older games.
Oh, let me pause you for 1 second.
Pause me up, man.
Mario 3D World. I had to indulge on the Nintendo website and get some 35th anniversary swag from Nintendo. So I got the Super Mario 3D World. It's not cereal. It's a T-shirt.
What?
But it's a T-shirt. Like it's a T-shirt, but it comes in like a the themed box.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
like a,
It looks
yeah,
like
it's like
cereal.
that's what I said. I was like, it's not cereal, but it looks like the Wii U. Like that's what the T-shirt looks like. Sorry for the audio only listeners, but so I got that for myself. I had to get the 3D World one for accomplishment, Champions Road, and then I got, of course, Kellen a Super Mario Odyssey T-shirt.
Oh,
It's
very
really big
cool.
on him, so he'll have to grow into it. But yeah,
That's fun.
I think he'll like it. So I had to indulge a
Sweet.
little bit
Of course.
on
I mean, anything to
on some
celebrate
T-shirts.
your victory.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I can't wait for Zelda, man. Whenever they start doing that, like I feel like I'm gonna be spending a lot of money because like I'm gonna be getting everything.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, it's
all
a
right,
good thing you
continue
got
on.
the Mario. Sorry, it's a good thing you got the Mario stuff before the 31st because they're deleting Mario from existence in a
Yeah,
month.
Mario's
So
done. I don't know if you guys knew it, but
Mario's
it's done.
canceled.
Yeah, it's canceled.
Yeah. You got another week and a half of Mario, and they're removing every Mario game from the eShop.
I'm still very curious to what's gonna happen after that. Like,
I mean, they'll have to say something before it happens, right? I mean, give some details.
they gave everyone enough time to get it. So I'm just very curious at how they're gonna sell those games. Because there's just no way that they're not gonna sell those games anymore. That just
we're just done. We're done selling this game.
yeah.
We've had enough revenue from it.
Yeah, we've got enough
We're
sales.
good.
All right, continue on.
Yeah, so back in 2017, I started Prey. And I got like maybe an hour and a half in, and for some reason I fell off.
It's very slow. It's a very slow start.
Yeah, slow start. I don't think the performance was that great on the
No.
original Xbox One. I think it was like a unlocked 30 FPS. And
Yeah, it
then
was pretty choppy in spots.
movement was kind of weird. But with Prey coming to Game Pass last week, they gave it an FPS boost. So it's at
Yes.
60 frames per second now. It's super smooth. Feels fantastic to play. So I picked it up again, and I literally had no idea what was going on. I remember like the beginning and kind of like breaking the glass and
Yeah.
doing that, but it didn't have much of an idea of what was going on. But I think I started Thursday night and I finished it today.
Nice. That's a pretty long game too. It's like what, 20 hours? 15 maybe?
I think I clocked into like 14.
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
I played like 5 hours today because I really wanted to finish it.
Gotcha.
And talk about this 3-year-old game on our podcast.
It's amazing. It's a fantastic game.
It was incredible. Like the side quests are just really great, and
Yep.
I don't know, man, just something about like the skill tree and having the option to do like those different kinds of neuromods, like the human neuromods and then the like the kind of the typhoid-esque neuromods.
Yeah. And you kind of lose your humanity and stuff.
Yeah, kind of finding that balance. And I didn't
Really
do
cool.
much. I didn't do much of those Typhon. I think that's what they're called.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, I didn't do too many of those neuromods. I did most of mine in like the humane category, but I might play through it again and do a run with all the Typhon neuromods.
Yeah,
because I got like the good ending, and then credits rolled, and they kind of, and I guess major spoilers for Prey. So if you're playing through this right now, just kind of tune out for like 20 seconds.
yeah.
But at the end of the game, after the credits, they'll kind of give you like an analysis of the choices you made through the game.
Mm-hmm.
And based off of how you did, whether it's like people you saved, like the different neuromods that you made or that you implemented, I think you just didn't get killed by Alex, and then you could choose to kill all the people on the ship, or all the people like on the simulation or whatever.
Yeah.
Or join with the humans, and Typhons and humans eventually can live together.
Yeah, it was a very interesting like a reveal at the end that the whole thing was kind of like a memory.
Kind of like a simulation memory.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very cool. I hope I don't think Prey sold very well. So I'm hoping that they'll make I'm hoping Arcane would make a second one because like you said, it's such a good game.
Yeah.
It's very if you like BioShock, Dead Space, stuff like that, it's really really great. And you know, like we said, it's on Game Pass now. With that, if you're playing on Series X with that boosted, I guess it'd be like 1X too, right? With the FPS boost.
Yeah.
So yeah, great game.
Yeah, really, really great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and you know, it's a good game when you finish it and you immediately want to go back in to New Game Plus.
Yeah, definitely.
And I had that itch. I played through like the first 20 minutes again, just because I'd kind of forgotten about what happened since I had started it back in 2017. But that's a cool beginning to that game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
cool,
very
like opening 15 minutes for sure.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
That was such an interesting game too, because like I mean, did you ever play the first Prey, like the original one?
I didn't, but I did watch you play it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it was way different. I mean, you played, I think it was name was Jackie. Was it Jackie? No, that might have been The Darkness.
Oh, The Darkness.
Great, that's a great game too. Darkness 1 and 2.
That's cool.
But yeah, you played as like a, I think you played as you were of Indian descent or sorry, Native American descent. And I think you played, I think your grandfather owned, I don't know if it was a gas station or a restaurant. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it starts off and then all of a sudden aliens come and like abduct you. And then there's like some weird like paranormal stuff going on too in the ship. Like it's quite different. And then they eventually announced the Prey 2, and it had like a really awesome like reveal trailer and stuff. And then I guess it went to like development hell, and then it turned into just because I think it switched over to Arcane at some point.
So there was never a Prey 2?
There was never technically a Prey 2, no.
Okay.
And this one has nothing to do with the original Prey. Like it's very
There's
very
there are no connections at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, because it's like aliens and stuff you're fighting. It's not like the black goo or whatever like monsters you're fighting in this.
Well, those are aliens as well.
Yeah, they're aliens, but like the monsters you're fighting are they're like straight up aliens, like alien looking, like Halo-esque kind of things. That was also a great kind of Xbox 360 era game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Prey is great. It's very good.
I hope they do a sequel. I don't know how they'll do it, but
yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. And then what else did I play this week? I played the Monster Hunter Rise demo again.
The update.
I played it with a couple different weapons.
Yeah.
I did like the sword and shield, and then great sword, and then dual blades, and that's what I used during Monster Hunter 4.
Okay.
Blades feel fantastic. Nice. And once you play the demo a few times, it starts to feel pretty great. And I took a stab at the intermediate monster hunt, and I think I got like 20 minutes into the fight, and then I died. I was like, okay.
I don't know, man. Like Monster Hunter is fun to play, but like some of those fights are just so long that if you die, it's like I feel like it's just going to lead to a very frustrating experience for me.
Yeah, but if you play it with other people, it's more fun.
This is true. I keep saying I'm going to go back and play World just to pick that up again, but we'll see.
But I think I'm definitely going to pick up Monster Hunter Rise.
It comes out Friday.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like going through that grind of slaying monsters, getting their materials.
Yeah.
Armor and weapons.
Sounds cool, man. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
I'll tell you how it is.
Okay.
But yeah, I think reviews should be going up for that this week. Well,
okay.
They will be. I don't know when, but
they'll probably come out probably like Tuesday or something. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think that's it for me. I played a little bit more of Octopath Traveler, but not too much. Playing through all these old games. Prey.
Yeah.
Octopath. Getting through that backlog, man.
Yeah. Well, that's a good backlog to have.
Yeah. What about you? What have you got a lot of stuff on here you've been playing?
Yeah, so I've never played Doom 3 before. So I I downloaded that and finished it this week. I beat it today. It's
Wow.
about a 7.5 hour, 8 hour campaign, so it's pretty, pretty solid, I guess. Like
Mhm.
not too long or whatever, but towards the end, it did kind of start to overstay its welcome a little bit. Um, I felt like I thought I was on the final boss and beat it, and then there was like another hour or two after that.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, it was really cool because I've heard so much stuff about Doom, like Doom 3 specifically, like with the flashlight mechanic and stuff, and it's pretty dark, and it's compared to Doom 2016 and Eternal, it plays very differently. It's still like very quick, very twitchy, like shooter kind of, but
Mm.
you spend a lot of times in like corridors and stuff, like jumping out at you and stuff,
Mhm.
try to scare you and whatever. It does do a lot of interesting stuff though. Like it'll whenever you walk into a room, like there's always this, not every time, but there's certain spots that will make you look at, and then all of a sudden a monster or a demon or whatever will come after you from like from like your side or something. So it's very good at doing that. Like whether it's someone getting ganked up into the vents, or
Mhm.
you see a monster walk by like through a hallway or something, something on your side or behind you. It happens a lot behind you too. Like because the demons are for the most part kind of warping in to your location. So like even if you cleared a room, they may warp behind you and then attack you from your backside.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, as far as like difficulty goes, like it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not too hard. I mean, I played on kind of like the um normal difficulty.
Mhm.
There are certain situations where you can get one hit, not one hit, but like if you fall into like a pit or fire or something, which those frustrating experiences didn't really happen until like kind of the end of the game.
Okay.
Um, 'Cause there's a couple of spots where uh like there is fall damage in the game, but there's certain spots where you have to kind of do like a little bit of platforming, and I
Mhm.
died a couple times. It's also one of those games where the checkpoints kind of suck, but you can also save at any point in the game. So you just have to remember to save often. There's definitely a couple
Okay.
spots where I didn't, just because um yeah, I don't know, just you kind of forget. I mean, you're shooting monsters and stuff, and you end up forgetting, and then you die, and you're like, dang man. Um,
That's like Prey. Prey's the same way.
yeah. So that's great that that's in there, that you can do that. Because the checkpoints aren't super great, but also like you're just you kind of get into the game and you forget to save.
It
So that
wraps up.
happens sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
it definitely shows its age as far as a first person shooter goes, though. Because there's I don't know, there's like maybe 8 to 10 weapons in the game. Um, but you have to cycle through it using the bumper buttons on the Xbox controller. There's no
Okay.
wheel, which sucks. So if you're like
So you
wanting
just
to,
kind of have to.
yeah, so if you're wanting to pull out like the BFG or something, and use it on like a stronger monster, you have to kind of cycle through your stuff, so it can lead to some kind of being frustrating or something like that. And then
Yeah.
it's also when you're getting attacked by multiple monsters, they kind of corner you, and it's really hard to get away. So that could be frustrating too. It's very
Mm.
hard. There's no kind of I don't remember. There's not any sort of like sidestep or anything like that, like Doom Eternal has. Um, but which is fine. It's a different game, so that would it just wasn't developed for that. But
Right.
that can get a little frustrating. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a pretty solid game. It holds up, I think. Um, the graphics look pretty good. I mean, there's definitely some not so detailed environments, specifically with like computer monitors and stuff like that. But it
Oh
came
yeah.
out in 2005, so what can you do, right?
Oh, it's
So
2005 when it came out.
yeah. So
Jeez.
and this one comes with the Resurrection of Evil expansion and Lost mission as well. I don't know if I'll go back and play those, because
Mhm.
like I said, like it kind of overstays its welcome towards the end. But I may, I don't know. But yeah, it
Okay.
was definitely a fun experience to go through, because I've heard such good things about Doom 3 and it being like pretty creepy and stuff like that, and it holds up. It holds up, I think.
It's pretty creepy even in 2021,
Yeah, there's definitely some
16 years later.
creepy moments for sure.
Nice.
Um, that if I had played it back then, I would have definitely been like way more creeped out. But I mean, we've had so many games since then.
Yeah.
It definitely gives me like a very heavy like Prey vibe or Dead Space or something like that. Like I really miss like those horror space
Atmospheric
games. Yeah.
or yeah.
So but yeah, definitely want more of those types of games.
Mm-hmm.
I played Avengers today. I had downloaded the update. It's like 100 gigs. It's kind of crazy.
The game is now, right?
The
Not
game is
just
100 gigs. Yeah, there was
okay.
a weird situation where I went to upgrade it, and it wouldn't let me upgrade it. So I had to uninstall Avengers and then reinstall it, and then it took on the upgrade,
That's weird. Mine
which
just
was
went
kind of weird.
automatically.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever had that happen to me as far as
Mm-hmm.
upgrading stuff. So I don't know if it was just a rare occasion or something like that. But gameplay feels great. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it before, but the loading time is awesome. Like it changes that game so much. Just being able to get into missions so much faster. So played a couple more story missions. I'm definitely digging it. That they just unveiled some kind of like the kind of outline they have for Avengers for this year. They just released like the Hawkeye DLC for free for anyone with the game. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing that once I beat the main campaign. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely glad I picked it up. I did see where it went on sale for $30 on the store.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, they had like a Square Enix
Perfect.
sale. So I was like, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
I picked up well, it was added to Game Pass, but I started playing Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
How is it?
It's actually really fun. The dog fighting in that is a lot of fun. Just being able to like there's like a mechanic where you use the D-pad, but you can use it to focus. Like you can change like focusing on shooting or whatever, and it'll increase your power for your lasers, but your kind of maneuverability and your shields go down. And then you can also focus it into agility. So if you're getting chased by 3 or 4 like TIE fighters or X-wings, you can switch over to agility and kind of maneuver your way around that. Or you can also focus on shields. So if you're getting attacked or you're getting attacked, switch to shields, and you can survive that encounter and stuff. And then there's also like you can also heal your ship as well. But yeah, just overall like flying and stuff. I feel like they did a really really good job with that mechanic, because that can be like if you got a bad flying mechanic, your flying game is
That
gonna
ruins
suck.
the game.
So yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's Star Wars, so if you like Star Wars, then awesome. I'm kind of like on the fence with Star Wars, like The Mandalorian. I freaking love, but it's kind of it doesn't go into like the huge history of Star. Well, it does, but like it doesn't focus on like the main overarching storyline of Star Wars, because that stuff can just get it's too much sometimes. But so if you like Star Wars, I would recommend it. But other than that, it's just a great flying game. There and like as far as like when you're out of the ship, it's kind of like an adventure game, because you're just choosing where to go. Like you'll be standing there in first person, and you'll talk to people, and then if they're like, hey, come into the war room or whatever, you you scroll, you look over to your left or right or whatever, and you hover over the icon to warp to that, and it'll then the cutscene will commence. There's no actually walking around. You do customize your character if you want, because it takes place like either on the New Republic or the Empire, so you're playing as both sides, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's pretty solid. I'll probably end up, I think it's like 4 or 5 hours, so it's pretty short. So I'll probably play through it.
Did you try the multiplayer at all?
I didn't. I really don't have any interest in the multiplayer. I may check it out once just to say I did it, but yeah, I don't really have much interest in the multiplayer. Gotcha. And then lastly, what I played was Halo Wars 2. I was kind of in I was kind of in the mood for like an RTS, and I played the original Halo Wars, but haven't played the second one. And it looks great, man. Like and the cinematics in the first one look great too. I remember being blown away by like that reveal trailer for Halo Wars back in the day. But yeah, so far, I mean, I've only played a couple missions. I really like it. I haven't gotten into like the whole build your base kind of thing yet, that RTS games are known for. But so far the story is cool. I mean the visuals, even while you're playing, look great on the Series X. So yeah, looking forward to playing a little bit more of that too.
Nice. I need to dive into that.
Yeah.
I think I downloaded it and started it and did like a mission and then just kind of
Did you
forgot
ever play?
about
Did
it.
you ever play the first one?
I did a little bit, but I
Okay.
never finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a direct sequel to like the first one. It's based off the original game, but
Gotcha.
yeah, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid so
Yeah,
far.
I need to check it out. I'm probably gonna download Star Wars Rogue Squadron just since
Yeah.
it's on
Yeah,
Game
it's cool.
Pass.
Yeah, I want to do that. I need to start playing Gears Tactics again as well.
Shit, yeah.
Get back into
Oh,
that.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That got like swept under the all of the games I played at the launch in
Yeah,
Series
yeah,
X.
definitely.
All those launch games,
It,
like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Forza Horizon 4.
I mean, Star Wars is great though.
Star Wars was great.
That's a great game.
Yeah.
Great game. But that was pretty much it. Trying to think. I mean, there was one more I was playing. Nope, that was it. That was it. That was it. But Nick, was there anything else you want to talk about before we jump into the news?
Trying to think if I played anything else. I think that's it. I'm always playing Skater XL as well. I just want to put that out there. That's my chill game. That's my game I play on Friday before we go out and do something.
When does the next gen upgrade come for Tony Hawk?
Isn't that already out?
Did it already hit?
No, it might be the end of this month.
Is it the end? Okay.
I don't know, actually.
Next gen update for Tony Hawk.
Or is it early April?
Oh, it's a $10 upgrade.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
When's it come out?
March 26th.
Oh, it's the next Friday. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that upgrade. I don't.
Nah.
I'm not interested in going back unless they add like maps or
yeah. I'm also like not very
Creed.
interested in supporting that business model anyways. I don't necessarily like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe if they like did more, I don't know, if they added stuff to the game,
Mm-hmm.
like I mean, if they added like 3 or something, that'd be cool.
I'd pay $10 for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
But let's Nick, I'm gonna take like a minute break. I'm gonna go grab me some water.
All right, man. All right, you ready to jump into some news?
Let's do it.
Some big time news.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's talk about the Square Enix presentation, or again, lack thereof. I mean, well, it's hard. Okay, so yes, I think it sucks that we have another kind of presentation showcase direct style thing that was not amazing, but I mean they kind of did.
They level set a little bit.
Yeah, they level set. They talked about they kind of set expectations of exactly what they're going to be talking about.
Mhm.
But I think, and I blame the MCU, because like every time you watch something, what you always expect something at the end, right? The credits, an extra, you know what I mean? Like
one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing. And like a lot of movies kind of, took that off, kind of ran with that concept. And I think we expect that as gamers too, that we just want like that one last, here's one more thing,
Well, Nintendo does that all the time.
Yeah, Nintendo's notorious for it. Which is, why, it's always kind of a bummer when their stuff falls flat. But I mean, coming off of, Sony's State of Play and then this, it's not necessarily this was terrible. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff in it. And it's Square Enix, so it's like there really wasn't that much hype for it anyways, I don't think. But here we are on another disappointing showcase. I don't know if you feel the same way, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had pretty low expectations going in because I wasn't interested in a lot of the stuff that they had on their list, like Balan Wonderworld, and then the next game in what was their last trailer? I forgot
Oh, oh shoot. Uh, oh my gosh.
What is that called? Tell me why is another
That
game.
yeah, that's the other one. Oh my gosh, I have to look it up.
Yeah.
It's called it True Colors.
Yeah. Wow. And this is the problem. Like this is what they ended with. And we can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
Life
exactly.
is Strange.
Life is Strange. I mean that's an award-winning kind of series. So, I mean, obviously it's good. I don't
Mhm.
nothing about that series has ever really captivated me to want to play it. These they're
Yeah.
heavily they're heavy narrative games or whatever. And they touch on a lot of important you know concepts and ideas and in the world, but yeah, nothing has really I don't know. None of those games had never really wanted me to make the play. And Tell Me Why was kind of the same way. Like I played a little bit of that. I may go back to I may go back and play it because the story was kind of interesting. Because they always have like kind of supernatural abilities that they have for these characters.
Right.
So I guess it's very easy to connect with people. But just the whole story itself kind of didn't get me. Like I don't know, girl, the girl is had a rough life and she's gonna move back home or whatever. I felt, unless they do something really interesting with the story, I feel like it's been done before, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But the power stuff looked pretty interesting. Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe it comes to Game Pass. I'll try it, but I mean, all the other ones are so
The only caveat.
yeah.
Can I just run down this list
Yeah,
because
go for it.
okay, I'm gonna skip Outriders and the Tomb Raider 25th because that really wasn't much.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna name
let's just stop for a second. Like, what's up with that cookbook that they? I don't know, man.
the
I
Tomb
just
Raider
keep.
cookbook.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I
Good.
don't know, but okay. Then they had just cause mobile. They had Hitman, Sniper Assassins, which is that a mobile game?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mobile game. Space Invaders AR, uh, Tuho Spell Bubble Side Story Pack 2 Sinea Arc, Darius
Okay.
Cosmic Revelation, Bubble Bobble for Friends, and then they get into Marvel's Avengers. But like,
Yeah.
what a waste of 15 minutes that all those announcements were.
Yeah. All that stuff could have, and I understand why they do it. They've got
Mhm.
to, because mobile is obviously pretty big for a lot of companies, and they sell really well, and they, from the microtransactions and stuff like that. And I understand you want to put that stuff in for investors and your board members and stuff to show that you got stuff coming, but
Like
it,
who cares?
who cares? And obviously, if you put this out by itself, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody cares. So you put it in something like this to get attention for maybe people that are interested in.
Yeah,
But other than that, yeah, for like the most gamers, people don't care. Like mobile, I hate mobile games. Like to be honest with you, like I have no desire to play anything on my phone. Um, for the most part,
right.
uh, like
It's just pretty
yeah, it's a
pretty
waste of
lame.
time. And they spent what 10 minutes on Outriders, which is cool. I'm like we spoke before. I'm really looking forward to this game. But there's the demos out there, so I feel like if people are interested in it, they probably would have already played that. So that was kind of a long time to spend on that.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a brand new game coming out, so I understand it. But
Yeah, I understand that one. And then they touched on War for Wakanda and announced Black Panther's coming to Marvel's Avengers.
yeah, which is
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
exciting. And then they dove into Balan Wonderworld, which got atrocious responses from the demo that came out. Like
Yeah.
pretty much everyone hates it. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that game when it comes out. And then they did Life is Strange, and then they ended with Forspoken, which was formerly Project Athea.
So this was that showcase demo for the PS5, right?
Yeah, that kind of showcased the power of the PS5.
Yeah. That's okay. It looks. I don't know how I like this trailer. Like I don't know. It was very very weird.
It just kind of seems a little a little empty. I don't want. Yeah, I
Yeah, when
don't.
she was like jumping across the world and stuff, it looked very, like you said, empty. So I don't know. I mean, it could be cool. Who knows? I mean, it's probably
Yeah,
pretty early on too.
but I think like even just the sourness I felt towards the rest of the presentation made me not care as much about this game for
Yeah,
whatever reason.
I mean, they spent a long time on Life is Strange, and then
Yeah, long.
like we had texted, but like the guy that they had, I don't remember his name. I think he's like the director or something, but his voice, like it bothered me.
It
So
sounded like he
like,
was about to cry the whole time.
yeah, like
Not to be insensitive, but it just sounded
yeah,
fake. It just it
it
sounded
sounded
kind of
very
like
fake because like I understand that these games like they touch on a lot of like social issues. Um,
mm,
I think the first one was like based off of a suicide or something. I can't exactly remember. So yeah, a lot of like issues that it's pretty prevalent in the world. But I feel like they kind of, I don't know, they've taken this game to like a whole new level of like it's this, I don't know, it's very strange. The guy had like a persona that he was better, like his game is just better because of what they're talking about and just the story that they
because
were
they're
talking
touching on
about.
these issues and
Yeah, but the story they were talking about doesn't really doesn't sound like it's doing anything new or hadn't been done before. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just that whole presentation kind of bothered me for the most part. So
yeah, yeah, it was just a weird kind of all over the place presentation.
yeah,
So, yeah, that was a Square Enix presentation. I was hoping we were gonna get Final Fantasy 7
yeah,
coming
coming
to
to Game
Xbox.
Pass
Yeah, we're coming to Game Pass.
or Xbox. Yeah, that would be cool to announce that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, maybe it will. Who knows? They haven't really said anything since. When's the year exclusivity? What date did
April.
it was in April, right? Okay, so
Mhm.
they I guess they probably can't mention anything yet
Right.
until it's done. Um,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. Later on this week, Octopath got announced coming to Game Pass. Just adding to
And
that.
coming to
that
Xbox, right?
yeah, yeah,
It wasn't
coming.
on Xbox before.
Yeah, it was on PC before, but not on
Yeah.
Xbox, and it's coming to Game Pass. Which I mean, Octopath is I think it's a really great JRPG. I still need to go back and finish it, of course, but from the 20 or so hours I put into it, it's really good.
hmm
Um, yeah, just Xbox just adding to that value, man. Crazy.
Everything's on Game Pass now. I hope they leave it on there long enough for people to play it, because like that's
Yeah,
a long game.
yeah, it is a long game. They announced there's been a rumor of an Xbox event coming this Friday, the 26th. And we're getting a indie presentation with their ID at Xbox stuff. So
Hmm.
stuff from like Devolver. They said there's gonna be 100 over I think 100 games shown and like 25 new games announced.
Jeez.
So a lot of stuff. I'm sure it'll be, and I'm
25 new
sure,
games announced
yeah,
or new trailers.
I think new games.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm again not no high expectations for this
Mm.
because who knows. Nick, is Hollow Knight 2 or Silksong, is that exclusive to Switch?
It's Switch and PC, so
Switch and
we will
PC.
not see
Okay.
it.
Okay, okay.
As
I was
I
thinking
hope
maybe, but
I hope we see Scorn. Remember that trailer?
yeah, I do. Yeah.
The kind of horror looking game.
That was
I don't know
announced
what
with the
it's
medium,
about.
right?
Yeah.
On that showcase last year. Um maybe what's that one Microsoft or Xbox exclusive that's coming out
Oh,
that
the gunk.
no, not that one. It's the one where like I think you get like 7 minutes to play and like
It's called 7 minutes.
is it called 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh damn. Okay.
Is that
Cool.
exclusive to Xbox?
I think it's a first party game. I'm not sure who it's coming
Oh
from.
wow.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up
I
real
know it
quick.
has a lot of big name voice actors or a lot of big name actors.
Yeah, it
Actresses.
looks really interesting. Like for people that don't know, I think you play as a couple and in your apartment, and then I think like it opens up with like a like I don't know if it's a cop or someone else. You open the door and like it kills your girlfriend or something, and then like the game resets.
Yeah. Wait, is it called 7 minutes? Or is it a different number?
No, I don't think it's 7 minutes. No,
Oh shoot. 12 minutes? 12 minutes.
maybe it's 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
minutes.
It's being published by Annapurna Interactive for for Microsoft.
Yeah, the
So it's just doing
developers
Xbox.
Luis Antonio. So it sounds like a one man studio. It's
This
pretty
is gonna
cool.
be cool.
Yeah, I was very interested when they first announced this. So we'll probably see something like this at ID at Xbox. I'm imagining maybe we'll get a release date for that. So that would be pretty awesome.
Oh, it has James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and William Dafoe.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so some big time
names right there.
stars. Yeah,
Very
it's
cool. So yeah, look, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Just to see a lot of like indie games on here.
Mhm.
Any other games that have been announced or something that you're looking forward to? I know sometimes it's kind of hard to keep up with indie games because they kind of get announced quietly and then kind of go on for months and months before we hear anything else.
Yeah. Other than the gunk, I can't think
Yeah.
of anything off the top of my head. That's the one from Image and Form, who did SteamWorld games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool.
Cool.
But I don't know what else to expect from this.
I don't either.
And I guess that might be a good thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's indie. If it's indie stuff, I mean, there could be a lot of really really cool stuff for that. But yeah, pretty cool. You want to read the next one?
Yeah. Resident Evil movie has an official name. It's called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. And it covers the first 2 games.
Yep. So I'm pretty excited for this. I think this is like one of the biggest I feel like this is going to be pretty good. Or at least a chance, of being good. It has nothing, of course, it has nothing to do with like the other Resident Evil movies. It's completely separate, like reboot-esque style thing. I think it's going to be a little bit, I say a little bit more grounded because it's Resident Evil, but like not as kind of ridiculous and over the top as the other Resident Evil movies are.
Right.
Which I like the other Resident Evil movies for the most part. I mean, they were kind of like dumb popcorn movie theater fun kind of movies. Like you don't have to think too hard about them. But this looks really cool, I think.
And it's taking place in the mansion, and then part of it's in the
city,
the police station.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to this. I mean, they have the Netflix movie coming too, the animated stuff. So lots of good Resident Evil stuff coming in the near future. Of course, with Resident Evil 8 as well. Coming
in a month and a half.
Month and a half, man. I can't wait.
When's it coming out? May 7th?
May 7th. Yep. No.
Okay.
Is it May 7th? Resident Evil.
We just do not know stuff.
It's so hard to keep up.
May
7th.
Yeah, May 7th. God, that's soon. That is so soon.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Man, I hope it's good. I hope it's really, really good.
Yeah, I do too. I think it'll be solid.
Yeah.
But moving on here, Assassin's Creed's DLC Wrath of the Druids expansion got announced. That's part of like the season pass or whatever. It's coming April 29th of this year. I plan on picking this up. I freaking loved Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I thought it was such an excellent game. Really long. Have you still haven't finished it yet, have you?
No.
Nick.
I have not. Dude, it's too long. And at this point, I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm going to the city and
it does get very samey as far as what you're doing, like in the sieges and stuff. So yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, I definitely plan on picking this up for sure. I think the DLC, the season pass is $40.
Wow.
So pretty expensive for that. But
can you buy them individually? Buy the different DLCs?
I don't know, but I think the biggest one that people want is that Siege of Paris DLC that's also coming this year, and I think it's that not exact release date, but sometime in the summer. So we'll see with that.
Nice.
And you want to read the last one?
Yeah, Gotham Knights has been delayed to 2022. We don't
Yep.
know when in 2022. When was
Yep.
this supposed to come out? Was this supposed to come out?
This year.
I
There
mean,
wasn't
but
an exact release date, but it was
okay.
supposed to come out this year. For anyone that doesn't know, Gotham Knights is like the 4-player co-op
Yeah.
game in the Ark. Is it in the Arkham universe? I believe so, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
What is the other game that got it? What was it? Oh shoot.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, like what kills the Justice League or something? Isn't that the name of it?
I think so. It's been so long since they announced it, and
Yeah,
they
that
haven't
game
said
looked
anything.
interesting. Those got announced at the same time.
Yeah. So they kind of blended it together.
Yeah, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Be developed by Rocksteady. So hopefully
And that's a
good.
4-player game as well.
It is
Or is that
single
one?
player. I think. Let me see. There may be co-op, but I think you can play
Okay.
it single player.
Okay. That's the one everyone's looking forward to. And then Gotham Knights is kind of
Okay, so it could be played solo, and the game also features a 4-player cooperative multiplayer modes. I don't know if that's in the campaign, or if that's or if the campaign could be played in co-op. But there's some sort of multiplayer in that. It's 4-player. So
is that one coming out in 2021, or was that always 2022?
Let me go back to my. Let's see.
Putting you on the spot here.
It's 2022.
Okay, so
And
both of those.
Yep, and it's coming out exclusively for the Series X and PlayStation 5. So
finally, we got some exclusives for.
Yeah, right.
My God.
Yep. Hopefully, I imagine it will be. Resident Evil 8 will be optimized for the Series X. Hopefully, it will
It's
be.
got to be right coming out this late in the
you think it
console
would?
cycle. Yeah.
But yeah, that is going to. Nick, was there any other news that you wanted to talk about? Anything that you could think of?
I don't think so. I mean, oh, did we talk about the Switch Pro? Was that this week or was that last week? I think we talked about that last week, right?
Oh, you talking about the Bloomberg stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Okay.
I'm. What are your thoughts? You think it's going to happen this year?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be like as big of a power upgrade as we think it is, but I think it'll be substantial enough where Breath of the Wild 2 is going to look a lot better than it does on the Switch.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think it'll launch alongside with Breath of the Wild 2. It just makes sense to kind of end the big year in Zelda's 35th anniversary with that game. I think that'd be really smart.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'll be 4.5 years after the Switch. I mean, that's almost like a console life cycle.
Yeah,
at that point.
Exactly. So I mean, hopefully the Switch Pro it does have some pretty big significant improvements, as long as like new features too, to kind of justify that increase. Because I think it'll. I mean, do you think it'll be $300, or do you think it'll be $400?
If it's 4K, and that's what Bloomberg is saying, that it upscales to 4K when you have it docked, I'm thinking it'd be 400.
Yeah, I just think they need to have some pretty significant featers for it to justify that $100 price increase, other than just like a power increase.
Unless they're trying, yeah, I agree, but unless they're just trying to replace the current Switch and just have the Switch Pro or Switch whatever they call it, and then the Switch Lite, then I think it would be 300. But if they're trying to have it as like a third pillar to that kind of ecosystem, then 400 would probably be.
I think it's definitely going to replace, because then you have that, and then you have 3 different platforms that you have to optimize for, and I just feel like that's a nightmare for developers. Outside of like Nintendo, because they're so good at optimizing for their own platform. But yeah, I think it'll phase out the Nintendo, the base model Switch. They'll probably have like a big maybe sale on it or something, drop it down to $250 or something like that, phase it out, and then who knows? I mean, they could have 3 but that just seems unlikely. I think it'll either be like 350 or something and phase out the Switch base model. I don't know. 400 just seems a little bit too expensive. But like I said, if they have some pretty big improvements to it, we'll see.
Yeah, if they pull out the stops and are really trying to compete, I mean, even if they're matching just like the power of the PS4 Pro and the One X,
yeah,
that'd be pretty awesome for a handheld.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Imagine playing. Well, I mean, I don't know what the best looking game on the One X is, but imagine playing that game on Switch in your bed.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That would be cool. That would be definitely cool. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the news segment and wrap up the show for this week. Appreciate everyone that's been, if you watched live or you just been downloading the show, we definitely appreciate that. Leave us a review on. I think iTunes is the only place you can leave reviews on. I'm pretty sure, right? Like I know you can't do it with Spotify. I'm not sure about like Google Podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know you can on Spotify.
So yeah, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It definitely helps out the show. And then as far as like once I get my computer going, the live streams should be much more stable and just look better in general, hopefully. So we'll just trying to make the podcast as nice as possible. Nick, where can they follow us on the old Twitter?
Follow us at Gaming WT Bros. Feel free to DM us with any questions or add us. We do a lot of polls over on our Twitter page, so to take part in those, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
And if you want to email us, you can email us at gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com.
Yep. Same situation. Just send it. You can send us kind of any sort of questions or that's not necessarily gaming related, and we will answer them on the air. But Nick, any final thoughts for the show?
Go play Prey. If you haven't played Prey.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully a lot of people play it, and then like maybe it'll get some buzz going, and hopefully Prey 2 will get developed, because that game was pretty awesome.
Arcane, man. Arcane they knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I think I might end up playing Dishonored 2 again, because I never actually finished it. I might go back. No, I didn't. I might go back and play it, because that world is super interesting. So
yeah, it's a really, really cool world. Yeah. I really want them to add Evil Within 2. I really want to play that.
Yeah, I wonder when they'll add that.
Surprises, man.
Like the original Doom, like Doom 2016 isn't on there. Evil Within 2 isn't on there. I'm trying to think of other stuff that's like noticeably absent, but
Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus is not on there.
It's not on there?
Just Wolfenstein 1 and then Bad
Rush of Blood.
Rush of Blood, Bad Blood. And Youngblood is on there.
Youngblood, yeah. I never played Youngblood. I heard it was like kind of okay.
I heard it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, but I definitely wanted to play. And I know Colossus was on Game Pass at one point, but I downloaded it, but I never actually played it.
Yeah, I guess they pulled it off.
Yeah. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the show. We will see you guys live next week.
Heck yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.